We just have to say winning with dice, the roundest table, and our names. Like,
Sure. All right, I'm gonna start. I'll do a countdown, and then we're good to go. Are you ready?
wait. Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody, to the Roundest Table, a gaming discussion and talking podcast with Win with Dice. Today, we're joined by a guest star, so we'll all introduce ourselves. I'm Calvin. I'll be your host for this discussion. Joining me is Deanna.
Hey.
Ramon.
Hello.
And our super special guest, Camille.
Hi.
And we're doing something a little different with this discussion podcast. We're going to be talking about a movie instead of games. We're going to be talking about the recently released Infinity War, the 18th or 19th Marvel movie.
Wow.
Somewhere up there.
A lot.
Wow.
I can't remember. I think it's one of those. So do we want to do like a non-spoiler part first before we go into spoilers, or?
No. I mean,
Do you want to immediately rush into just sum up your feelings of the movie without spoiling the plot?
right. Cam, why don't you start since you're new?
You said that half of them died, or disappeared, or went to a different dimension.
I mean, that's a bit spoiler.
That's a real spoiler. Okay.
Okay, spoiler warning for what you heard 10 seconds ago.
Never mind, guys.
I'll just slap a big spoiler warning in it, don't worry.
Yeah. We'll. Anyway.
All right, so who wants to roll on first about their feelings about this Infinite War?
I liked it a lot.
Just in general.
Yeah, I liked it a lot in general. I thought that. Oh, Thanos is still my favorite character. I was really happy to see finally the merger of all the stuff that's going on in space and stuff, and all the stuff that's going on Earth with the Guardians kind of being added to it. But my man Thanos is one of my favorite villains of all time. He's dope. That's my feelings on it.
Yeah, good for him doing what he set out to do.
Anyway.
Deanna, how do you feel about Infinity War?
It was great. I mean, it hurt, but
Emotionally, yeah?
yeah. And I was kind of worried about how many characters there were going to be and all these different stories kind of coming together. Maybe it would feel like too much, but it didn't. I thought it was really well done. And
Yeah, it blended really well.
yeah.
Cam, anything else you want to add?
Clint wasn't there. I was sad.
That was very sad.
I love Clint.
Why wasn't he there?
Well, he was on the farm with his family.
It's too dangerous.
Yeah.
He's got kids to look out for.
Even though they're probably dust now.
No, I mean, that's
That's what's going to bring
weird.
him back in.
That's
But,
weird.
Yeah, I think to piggyback on what Deanna was saying, I liked how all the storylines are able to blend into each other. And that was, I thought maybe it would be overloaded. There's 60 characters in this movie. But the way they were teamed up and then split off to go through their own storylines, but everything was sort of related to the main plot still. They're getting ready to fight Thanos on Earth. They're going to get a weapon to fight Thanos on the planet with giant dinklage. The Guardians and Iron Man and his team are off to fight Thanos on Titan. Everything was still related to the main plot. Mm-hmm. But it was following a bunch of different people until everything sort of came together again. And I think that was sort of the the strongest part of this movie, as well as the character of Thanos himself. Much like Ramon was saying, I think this is one of the first, well, not the first, but one of the few times where the villain has outright succeeded in his plan. Not sort of half succeeded or got a bit of it done or just rattled the heroes a bit, but outright they did it.
And then we didn't get any real closure. It was just he did it, movie's over.
Exactly, yeah. It very clearly was meant to be a two-parter movie. That's why I'm wondering, what do you guys think the next one's gonna be titled? Because I heard it was apparently a spoiler. That's why we don't know the title of it yet.
Is it Secret Wars?
Maybe. Could be.
I don't know. It's weird because I'm not even like that as a person. I don't
You don't speculate?
I don't speculate.
Yeah, okay.
I used to speculate a lot, and then I got really tired of being wrong. And so
That's half the fun.
I know that's half the fun, but I think like I don't even know what you call it. Like I don't know where what they were even gonna do. I mean, the whole thing I think of is like they're just gonna get the gauntlet back together and just snap their fingers, and then everything goes back to normal. Because why can't that happen?
I don't know, but maybe when they reset the Earth, there'll be some mutants on it now.
Yeah, I know.
But they can't call them mutants.
Oh no, they can do that now.
Yeah, like
They can?
Yeah, they can.
there's a merger between Fox and Disney, so
Yeah.
at least that part they're like.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't
Is
know
the
that.
X-Men part of that universe?
Yeah.
I think they're going to be. They aren't yet,
Oh,
but
really?
that's definitely gonna happen
Yeah.
because
Same
Disney's
with-
gonna absorb everything.
Same with Fantastic Four. I mean,
Oh.
they're supposed to be a part of it. Like Reed Richards is like a really big part of like the Avengers because he's like the other smart guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like one of the top 5 geniuses, like him, Hank Pym, Tony Stark,
Yeah.
T'Challa, other people probably. I don't know.
T'Challa's a genius.
Yeah,
I mean, like I didn't think it was like I didn't
Well,
think it was like a
comic
smart
T'Challa.
dude. Comic T'Challa. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
movie T'Challa was kind of more James Bondy, and that he
Yeah.
had someone making his gadgets.
He was a little too cool. But I liked him a lot. He's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, that's to go on that, like that he was too cool. I've heard some people say that they didn't feel like there was much, I guess, tension in especially the final battle scene because it seemed like the heroes were basically unstoppable.
Yeah.
That they were
that's
just
true.
basically throwing themselves at like this infinite force, like all the other Avengers movies. But I kind of felt like the point of it, right? Like in the first one, it's this alien army, and the second one was this robot army. But they're all basically just throwing themselves at the Avengers. And in this movie, they were like just literally willing to die just to go fight all the heroes that were there. Like they were literally a throwaway army. I don't know if I'm getting my point across, but they were basically like just there to be punched.
Yeah.
Just there for the heroes to do cool action stuff.
Well, of course, because honestly, we all want to see them do cool action stuff, right?
Yeah, I think that's an entirely valid thing for a movie to be.
And I guess as weird as it sounds, like I don't know what those doggo things were, but those space doggos, I think they're like designed. If I had like a army of space alien races at my command, I would definitely make those space doggos because they seem pretty effective at like swarming a place and like killing people, right? So like if what's that Wakanda didn't have the big bubble shield of doom, and you know, like the space doggos would just work.
Yeah, it would have just
Right.
been over like
Yeah.
first drop.
Yeah, it was just literally like because Wakanda is such a cool place, they just have like, oh, this infinite bubble shield. Don't worry, we got this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they had to let down the shield
Yeah.
just to let them through because they were all trying to crowd around other angles.
Yeah.
They had to like specifically let down that awesome, amazing shield.
Right. Which I still think is like, I mean, in my opinion, that part of the writing was kind of dumb, but there had to be a scene where like they fought a whole bunch of things and all the heroes get to do all the cool stuff,
Pretty much.
which is fine. I just, in my personal opinion, as like a loose story writer, I think. No, I wouldn't say like I wouldn't use it. I would use it in D&D because like obviously that's like the coolest part. So
Yeah, mowing down waves of enemies.
Yeah, like everybody wants to feel that like power, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's
So you
cool.
come up to the biggest dude, and then it's a fight.
Yeah, and then it's like a real fight, and then it's like boss battle. Oh, my favorite part is when Thanos showed up, and it was like, oh my god, and all the heroes were like, no, and it's like
They were just
like
getting
slapped the
smacked.
crap out of all of them.
Yeah, let's go around. What was everybody's favorite part? Ramon likes when Thanos came and was the bad guy and beat everybody up.
So for the record, I like every single moment Thanos did anything.
Yeah.
I thought he was like the coolest villain, and all the heroes just got their asses handed to them, like mentally and physically. It was the bomb.
Cam, your favorite part?
When Nebula showed up, which is my favorite character.
And then she showed up in the ship and just like crashed right into Thanos, and that was pretty cool. Yeah, her and Tony Stark are left on Titan now.
Yeah.
So I guess one of them's gonna have to fix the ship to get out of there. Probably Tony.
You know, I never thought about how many times what's his name, Nebula crashes ships into people.
Yeah, that's like her signature move.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was your favorite part?
Bucky. I like Bucky a
All
lot.
of Bucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of liked, like, I guess everybody had sort of a favorite thing for me, but I really liked, like, when they brought him his arm and he's like, where's the fight? Because he just, like, instinctively knows, oh, they wouldn't be bringing me a good arm unless I had to punch someone with it. Oh, and him and Rocket as well.
Oh yeah, of
Yeah.
course, of course.
Gonna need that hard.
Yeah, because every time he always takes people's stuff, like, I'm gonna get paid. I like all of when Thor. Okay, so like, I know that my wife's favorite character is Thor,
Yeah.
and
She's convinced me.
yeah,
I'm on the Thor side now.
to be fair, like the dude, like coming from Ragnarok, I swear it's only been like a day, like a whole week of his life. It's just been like
Yeah,
Ragnarok
because
happened, and then like he got the ship, and then literally Thanos showed up, and then everyone is dead.
the post credits of Ragnarok was the beginning of this.
Right. So like, how intense Thor's life? Like his dad died, all of his friends died, all of his people
Yeah,
died.
Loki.
Like half of
Loki
them, yeah.
died. Like
He lost his eye.
he lost his
But he got it
eye.
back.
We
Right.
got a fake one here.
Right. So then like, it was a really cool moment when I think it was with Rocket and
With Rocket and Groot when they were going to gosh, I can't remember the name of the place. The place with the giant dinklage.
the Star Forge place,
Yeah.
right? And it's and he had this moment where it's like, I'm Thor, and like I swear it's my destiny to just do this. And he's like, what if you're wrong? And he's like, I can't be wrong. And then he's like, but he's still like really sad and heartbroken about it.
Yeah.
And like, I think that like out of anyone in that entire movie, Thor is the only one justified enough to actually wound Thanos is the way he did, because of like all of the loss he had to experience, all of the decisions he had to make, how he had to literally soak up an entire sunbeam, right?
Yeah.
And like forge this massive fuck you axe. Like it's good.
Yeah, I think like my favorite character in the movie would be probably Thor,
Yeah.
because just coming off of losing so much and then having to make this big ol' axe and
Yeah.
no, he I guess there wasn't much in the way of character development for much people in the movie, but I think Thor sort of came the furthest because now we're seeing him coming off of the like everything that's happened to him.
Yeah.
Just sort of summing it up like that.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even realize, oh right, all of this stuff did happen to him in all those other movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Thor's like really up there for me now.
Also, like,
Yeah.
he's the only one, like, this is not my opinion, this is my wife's opinion, because she's really smart. Thor's the only one that actively tried to kill Thanos and not tried to stop him getting all the stones. He went and got an axe strong enough to actually kill Thanos. He didn't care about the gauntlet, he didn't care about the stones. He's like, no, I need to get an axe. Then you go axe that guy.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, well, he pretty much just assumed the Infinity Stones on Earth were going to be safe because they were with the Avengers. Like, he wasn't even concerned about that. He's like, the Avengers have it. I'm going to get a weapon.
Yeah,
I'll deal with that.
yeah, right.
Should have aimed for the head, though.
Oh, dude.
That
They
was-
say that, like, oh, Thanos, you're like the best bad guy ever. I wanna be him.
Well, now I'm real worried for the next game you run.
Yeah.
So where does everybody think the MCU is going to go after this? Because we know Ant-Man's this year, Captain Marvel next year, and then whatever the next Avengers movie is going to be titled after that. So what do you think is going to be happening, I guess, in Avengers 4 or post-Avengers 4? What do you think the whole franchise will be going in after that? Cam.
Crossover.
Crossovers? We're crossing over to.
Like bring all the X-Men people too. That'd be cooler.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
Like the Fox characters, like the
Yeah.
X-Men, the Fantastic Four.
Like join all the universes. It's
Yeah, I
all
didn't-
one universe, right? It's not like DC that there's a lot of universes.
I mean, technically
like-
DC is all in one universe, but it's like,
Because they own all their characters.
yeah,
But Marvel had to sell some off.
yeah.
Like 90s, early 2000s.
But there's only
so-
one Earth in Marvel, right? Because in DC there's a lot of Earths.
Yeah, they have like the whole multiversal concept. But yeah, no, I think I would like to see them bring all those other characters into the same like plots and stuff. Just because I like to see heroes smashed together, especially after this. After seeing it work so well,
Yeah,
I would like to see more of that with more people.
yeah.
Yep.
What was it? I think, I don't know if I would like to see a crossover. Like, I would like to see them,
Yeah.
but like, I'm getting real lost in the amount of like heroes I have to deal with.
Yeah,
That's true.
So many,
understandable.
so many main characters. Like, it's like if I had to write this, it would be literally a nightmare for me. Like, I know I can't do it. Like, whatever the undertaking it takes to get everybody their own screen time and enough, enough of like a story or like involvement, so that like the person who like really likes that character gets to feel like, wow, they really participated. Right?
Yeah.
Like you said, I had no clue that you like Nebula. So I was like, oh yeah, Nebula is like actually a thing. She's like a main character, and like she needs some screen time. And you felt like she did.
Yeah,
She did it, right? A little bit, right? So like you felt still pretty good about seeing her on the screen, right? You have to do that with literally everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Cap's team got sold a little bit short until the Wakanda fight.
Yeah, Sam was hardly in
But
it.
they were like in the Wakanda fight doing whatever you want.
Yeah, like they had some stuff. It just kind of felt like they were a little uninvolved.
Yeah. What
Like
happened?
Black Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
like,
was hardly in it too.
when Black Widow saw what's his name? Bruce Banner again, right?
Yeah.
And like, what happened? They
They just said hi. and
yeah,
that
they were
was-
about to like have babies. Not really, because they can't have babies. But they're about to like
Yeah, they literally
hook
can't.
up, right? And then he like left. So what happened?
They just kind of. Apparently, they both moved on. I don't know if it was really mentioned in the movie, but it seemed like they both kind of just.
Moved on.
In the
Yeah.
comics? Did they ever hook up in the comics?
No, that was never a thing.
Yeah.
That's why I was like angling for Clint Tasha.
Oh,
Well,
don't even get me
Clint has a
started.
family.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but when he didn't have one, it would have been perfect.
Yeah, me too.
I kind of liked it better. Like, I don't know. It just felt really nice to have Clint have a family, because like, man, like it just like, Age of Ultron was good. Really, it was really good. But my favorite part of Age of Ultron was when they went to his farm and he was like, "Oh man, Tony, can you look at my tractor? Because we need to have like a quiet moment so the team can come back together." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And like, I think everybody else had their priorities all weird and messed up, and
Yeah.
then like Clint's like, "I'm just here to protect my family."
Oh.
And then all the time after that, I just fell in love with the character. So
But now they're dust.
listen, it's time for avenging on the universal scale.
Yes, it is. Deanna, did you mention future of the MCU? What do you think?
I think it might just continue growing, I guess. Like, that seems to be the way it's going. Like, it's not just about Earth's mightiest heroes anymore. It's like
Like space as
all
well.
these people from space and like all over the place, all these different teams all coming together. Like, it's gonna keep getting bigger and hopefully not too big and confusing, but
Probably. I think after like Ragnarok and Guardians, we might start seeing more cosmic stuff.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I like that.
I think it's my favorite part is all the cosmic stuff. Like I personally don't care what happens on Earth anymore.
Earth is boring.
Yeah, like we don't get giant Dinklage on Earth.
Which is for
And
me
he's
like
supposed to be a dwarf.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. What else was awesome? We don't get the Red Skull being death or a wraith or a ghost. That
was really cool.
That was weird.
That was weird.
It was
I mean,
weird.
like, I was like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about you, because like it happened in like Cap 1 or whatever.
Cap
right?
like
1.
14 movies ago.
Yeah, like so long ago. Like, and like I was glad that he was there afterwards, but it took me a while to
But why?
remember.
Like, who is that?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, it's the Red Skull. Oh, this is what we've been doing the entire time. But why did the Tesseract was like, oh, so I guess like you don't actually like love anybody, so I guess you get to be a wraith now.
That was a
Here,
soul stone, right?
Yeah, here, take this cool ghost cloak and you never have to walk again. Like,
Yeah, he can fly. Why?
yeah, right? And then he's like stuck on the planet. And the planet was really cool. It was really jarring to see the Red Skull all of a sudden. And he's like, I can never obtain it because I don't love anybody. And I was like, it's real sad, Red Skull.
I mean, he kind of deserved it, but
I guess, but he doesn't deserve to be in purgatory, I guess. But like, it's like saying like the Soul Stone has a mind of its own, and he's like, ha ha ha, right? Or like, you ever thought about like how the Soul Stone is like, yeah, I'll just trade Gamora's life, and you can just have me. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
yeah, I hope
Right.
they do more with that in the next one. I feel like there was a lot more to that particular stone
Yeah.
that we didn't get to see.
Oh man, Thanos is the best. Sacrificing the one person he loves to fulfill his destiny. Wow,
He
it's
loves
so
Gamora.
good. It's so much good drama. Love it.
Well,
Love it so
hopefully
much.
the next Avengers movie continues that as well. I think it's the same directors, right?
I hope so. The brothers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they proved like they're really good at balancing out multiple storylines
Yeah.
and having them relate to each other and not
Right.
feel none of the storylines felt unimportant or like they dragged on to me, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Even though there's like I kind of wish I saw more of Cap's team, it didn't feel like unnecessary when they were there.
Yeah.
Especially once they ended up in Wakanda.
Because we all love comics. So.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so final word on the movie. Just a quick summation of your feelings. You could sum it up in one word.
I don't think I could do that.
2 words.
No.
Okay, one sentence.
One sentence. No. Okay, so if anybody out there is still like trying to think of like a good villain for a story or even for like a D&D campaign or anything like that, like honestly, I think Thanos is a really good example of how a hero turns into a villain, right? He has like that little flaw that like feels very justified and righteous about what he's doing, but it's like
all like a horrible thing.
It's a horrible thing in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
And like, oh, it's so good. That's my final thoughts.
Cam.
It's kind of like Thanos was like Killmonger. It's like you could understand why they want to do it, but the way they went about it was evil.
Yeah, but like you can understand their goal,
why
but it's
they
their
want to do
methods
it.
that Deanna.
All I can think about is Steve introducing himself to Groot. Like that part is just the best.
Yeah, I kind of liked how he was like, "Is this how aliens say hi to each other?" Okay, I am Steve Rogers.
Like they were in the middle of a big fight, and he's just like, "Yes, I'll introduce myself." Sure.
Man, when Thor is like, "Oh yeah, you speak whatever Groot's."
Yeah,
he's like, "Yeah, I took it as like
an
elective.
college."
Like it was like a millennia ago. He's been alive, like 1,000 years. It's crazy. Man.
Yeah, I don't know if I had to sum it up. It's a lot of feelings, but pretty much like the movie, it's a lot of characters, it's a lot of plot lines that went into it. But I think this is a great culmination of the 10 years of Marvel movies. The almost 24 Marvel movies. I think this is what it was like. This is the value of it, right? Mm-hmm. To go in there and we know all these characters. So when things happen to them, when they talk about what happened to them, there's weight to it. And I think that's the value of a cinematic universe. That you can have just a movie where things happen and there's weight to it, even outside of the movie itself. And I think with that, we're going to wrap our discussion up. So I guess we'll say bye. Deanna, why don't you say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Ramon.
I don't feel so good.
Cam.
Bye bye.
Oh, I don't want to go.
Mr. Stark, I don't want to go.
Oh man. Bye folks. We'll catch you next time.
See you guys.